Hey everyone, it's me, Sil, and I'm just putting this video together quickly because there's something that's really annoying me and I want to get it off my chest. Do you watch America's Got Talent? It's a show in America, and wouldn't you know it, it's a talent show. Basically, it's a variety of acts, all kinds of acts, singing and dancing and magic and all kinds of things. And anyway, so a few weeks ago, there was this guy, he calls himself Special Head, and he did this act where he came out onto the stage and he was just standing there making these funny noises. You know, his story is that he went to somewhere mystical and he learned some, whatever, guru tricks. Anyway, so he goes out on stage and he starts making these stupid noises and the judges, after a few seconds of this, started to, get impatient, and because he wasn't doing anything. So the judges were impatient and they started to hit their buzzers, and before they could all hit their buzzers, the guy, Special Head, he lifted his feet and he was levitating in front of the crowd. And it was a pretty cool trick, actually. It did look pretty cool at first. And so it impressed the judges and the crowd, and everybody loved it. And they put him through to the next round. Now, while I was watching this trick, I immediately, well, not immediately, after I thought, wow, that's really cool. And then, how is he doing that? But then, when the judges were talking about it, I thought, oh yeah, okay, I realize how he did it. And then in the last episode, episode 9, he came back for the next round, and his levitation act, that's what he was supposed to do, was supposed to be a little bit different. He did this levitation act where he bent backwards at the knees, and his entire body, above the knees that is, his entire body was parallel to the ground. Now, if you can imagine what I'm describing, you know that that's impossible to do physically, right? So, so again, the judges were very impressed and thought, wow, it's not as good as the first trick, but this is really amazing. The thing that bothers me the most is how obvious this trick is. It's not even a good trick beyond about 5 seconds. The first one, like I said, impressed me for 5 seconds. The second one didn't impress me at all because it was so easy to see how he was doing the trick that I hesitate to even call it a trick. By the way, if you don't know how he did the first one, I will explain it to you. And if you don't want to know, then turn off the video now. But in the first trick, he came out on stage, he was holding onto a stick, and and he had his hand on it. And then, just out of nowhere, his feet rose and he appeared to be levitating. But if you watch the video, you'll see that basically, because he was walking funny after he left the stage, and it's pretty obvious that he has, up his sleeve and down his back, he has a harness of some sort, some kind of support that he can basically sit on. And when he, grabs onto the stick, probably there's a way that he's hooking it onto the stick, and the stick is standing in another support on the floor. So, he's using probably metal for that to be strong enough, but it's not an amazing trick if you think about it for 2 seconds. In the last episode, it was even less impressive because it was more obvious what he was doing. When he leaned back on, again, his feet never left the ground. That's not levitation. So his trick wasn't even what he claimed it was. So anyway, basically the second trick was even easier to figure out. He simply had some supports that went up his pant leg up until his waist, and when he leaned back, the support, probably locked into place, like this and then like this, and then his body is basically lying up until his waist along the support, and then it's just a simple, it's as simple as leaning back. Of course, you're going to use your stomach muscles to stay parallel, but you're just leaning back, and then when he's finished the trick, he leans up, and then he walks off stage, but the entire time he has some supports that are in his, underneath his pants, and the judges can't see them. The thing that I don't understand is, how did the judges get fooled by this trick? The first one, okay, it was kind of cool looking, yes. The second one was so obvious. Why did they allow him? They put him through to the next round again. So, I don't know. These judges see these types of acts all the time. You would think that they would see through this one, but I guess they didn't. I even looked up on the internet to see if anybody else had figured out the trick. And I saw a couple of web pages where people were like, oh, it's just, very, a lot of strength and balance, that's all it is. It's not even that. It's a metal support. Come on, people. Look at it and you'll see it's very, very obvious. Right from the first second you see that that's what it is. Anyway, so I guess we're going to have to sit through another special head act. I can only hope that he gets knocked out of the next round so that somebody who truly deserves it can go on to the following round after that. So anyway, what do you think? I think it's ridiculous. I can't believe he got this far to begin with. But what do you think? Leave your comments in the comments section and discuss.